So we just come on today. The last video you saw, we left off that we were waiting on a bunch of answers on that land in Pikeville, Tennessee.
11 acres.
Yeah, the 11.1 acres. So unfortunately, when we had to upload the video, we didn't have the answers that we needed to be able to give you this grand finale. So we figured we just have to do it a bit later on. So we're really happy to say we are now
landowners in Tennessee.
Landowners in Pikeville. So that property is now officially ours. To say that we're excited is an understatement, but to say that we're also terrified is also an understatement.
Starting from scratch.
Yeah, it's not I mean, literally, when we first started looking, we originally started looking for a house with barns and, you know, at least 15 acres.
2 houses on one property.
Yeah, 2 houses on one property, yeah. Or one with, you know, the view of being able to put a second one on there. That didn't work out. So we very quickly realized our budget just wasn't going to hold onto that, and COVID restrictions were going into effect, which were just shutting down a lot of people being able to put their house on the market. So there was just so much less for us to look at. So then we went to plan B and said, okay, well, we'll try and find a fixer-upper. Maybe there's something out there that we may not have considered at first, and we'll look for something that, you know, we can basically fix up and do, and with room for the second property for mum and dad. That didn't happen either. It just became apparent that everything out there that was left on the market, everything was being just snapped up left and right, and then everything else that was left was to be torn down or, you know, negotiated, or it was on there for a reason, basically. So we went to plan C, which was to find land with outbuildings, something maybe, you know, that could be converted into living space, or
barns, old sheds,
something, you know, that we could make into, you know, something to live in, or at least temporarily. And that didn't happen either. We have literally exhausted everything on the internet, on every website. We've looked at everything everyone's been sending us, and in the end it came down to, it was bare land or nothing. And nothing wasn't an option, was it?
No, had to get something. We did luck out and get somewhat of a rental place up there if we need to end up getting to that.
But, you know, our goal is obviously to be on our own land. So at the moment, what you can see in the background is all of our stuff. We've had to move all of that from the ranch house next door. They're actually possibly going to be moving back. So, you know, some of our stuff was kind of in the way for them, and it was in the way for us, honestly, because we wanted it to be over here with us, not to keep having to go back and forth. So we've moved the trailer with everything, basically everything we own in it.
To the top.
Yeah, full. It is full. Actually, you would have seen that in a previous video. So we are heading up there to a storage facility right near our new property. I think it's like 4 minutes away.
Yeah, the 3-way market.
Yeah, really close. So we're going to be bringing that up there, unloading it all, and then bringing it back, and then we're going to reload the last of the stuff that we have next door, and anything we can get, you know, in from here, and then we'll have to sort out us getting up there with the camper, the cat cabin, which you see over here, because we're going to have to take that. We've got no option because there's nowhere to put the cats, you know, temporarily. Camper. Yeah, and then all the fencing and all the stuff that comes with the animals, which is always a lot. Plus, obviously, the chicken coop and the duck coop.
I can't wrap my head around the planning that needs to be done to get all that done and there at the same time in the right place. We have to get there first. We have to make everything right before they get there, and it all has to go perfect. Which nothing has really done that yet.
No. So we're sort of to the point of going, okay, let's just break this down. We have to do this step by step, one thing at a time. And we've been trying to slow down, you know, in everything. And we had got to the stage, quite frankly, where we were just all exhausted. We were all sick to death of going backwards and forwards, because as nice as all the cute Airbnbs are, we didn't get to enjoy them. We barely got to see them. I mean, when you look at the filming, we're looking at it going, wow, were we really there? Like, it's such a blur. You know, when you're house hunting, you're in and out. You basically get there to eat and sleep
every morning I woke up and planned a circle route around all of Tennessee every day and just kept planning. It was morning till afternoon.
Yeah.
And at least we hit like a mom and pop place at lunch every day. Tried to find something new like that. But
yeah, we tried to.
it's a lot of driving.
Nice, but it was really, and obviously with 4 adults and 3 dogs in one 4-seater truck, it was cramped to say the least. And with our food and our supplies and everything else that all our paperwork and things that we ended up having to carry with us, pads and pens and everything, it just was gnarly. It was a gnarly year and a half of looking. So we're to the stage now where we can actually get our stuff up there to storage, and then we're honestly not sure what some of the next stages are. We know we have to get a lot of permits to begin. We know we're going to have a driveway put in, a well, septic, electric hookup, all of that before we can do anything else. And then of course we have to set up, if we're going straight there, fencing, and get everybody organized so that we can all go up there at the same time together. At the moment that's a little overwhelming.
Still doing it.
Yeah. So and the even bigger part is the fact that what we're planning to live in is basically we want to get one of the metal barns and have the shell put up, hopefully
insulated.
Yeah, insulate it first, because we have to be in that before winter, because
I can't take the cold.
Well, I don't think either of us would be able to take the cold in this, because anyone who's lived in a camper or even stayed in one through any cold temperatures knows that the insulation is junk. There really isn't any. And so you're relying on a tiny propane stove or an air conditioning unit in the heat, and neither one has a hard time keeping up with anything. It just doesn't do that well. So we're hoping that if we can at least get a dried in shell of a metal barn with doors and windows, spray foam it, and then be able to pull the camper underneath it, then basically with very minimal building experience, we're going to have to be very hands-on in building the interior of our living space.
Yeah, I think we're going to build our house ourselves.
We've actually been following a lot of YouTubers for several years now, and we absolutely love watching their journeys, and so we feel a little bit better about undertaking something with little experience. I mean, we built the catio behind us, which
that's on a video.
Yeah. But
I'm sure it was done wrong, but it's still up.
Yeah, it is. It's lasted the test of time so far,
and
the cats love it. But yeah, we just but that's basically it. So basic framing, we've modified chicken coops and things like that.
I can build a car wash really good.
That's
do
not
that.
help us. Unfortunately, that's the last thing that we would need is a car wash. But I just think we're just going to have to play this by ear and figure it out as we go. So we're excited, scared.
The next step excitement for me is getting the shell built, camper in it, and then we can have the day with this door open and have a whole barn to be in at the same time.
Just to be able to
probably throw our king size bed down in a corner somewhere in there and get out of this.
A couch, something, because there's just no comfort here. I mean, it's 127 square feet of living space for the last 6 months, and I mean, we haven't killed each other yet, so
pretty close. But to be in there, you either have to be laying on a bed, or that's pretty much it. You have to be laying on the bed when you're in there.
Yeah, there really isn't. There's just no comfort at all. And being outside is great, but obviously we're in full sun here. We've got the awning up right now only because it's not windy today, but most days it's too windy to be able to put this awning all the way out. So the sun is just beating down on the front of this camper, which is just not ideal. So we're excited to get moving. Our next video will be us taking the trailer up to Tennessee and unloading it, so we will be filming that. And the good news is, it's very heavy. We're a little nervous about that journey because that's going to take us a lot of hours.
We're going to get about 7 miles to a gallon.
Yeah, and gas prices are
they're going up now.
Yeah, so it's going to be an adventure, but I mean, this whole journey is just beginning. I suppose the good news is that we're not going to be short of content for the YouTube channel from here on out. So you're just basically going to see us muddle our way through and try to figure out building a homestead, animal sanctuary home from scratch, from the ground up. I mean, it's, as you've seen from the previous video, the land is bare. I mean, it's beautiful.
It's very
Absolutely,
nice.
it is. It's so pretty. The views are gorgeous, but you know, it's a blank canvas is what it is. So we're going to have to, you know, start from scratch, put in the basics of what we need, build the house, do all of the interior, a lot of it ourselves, and then build shelters for the animals, permanent shelters now, because everything we've got with us is all makeshift, and then and film it all.
And hopefully some of these videos go out there to people who actually do know what they're doing, and you know, they can comment in the things below, and it will help
us out. Well, definitely we could really use your help. Actually, one of the biggest things I want to say is that it is completely free to watch our videos and to subscribe to our channel. Recently a friend said that they couldn't afford to subscribe to our channel, and I was blown away because I didn't realize people might think that they would have to pay to subscribe. So this is all completely free, but if we are able to get, it's 1,000 subscribers,
1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah,
we're at about 1,000 watch hours now.
Yeah, so I mean, we've only got less than 300 subscribers, so we really need some help with this, guys, because if we can get and hit those numbers within 1 year of being on YouTube, we get monetized, which means YouTube will pay us to make videos,
which helps the sanctuary.
That's purely the reason to do this, as we were thinking that this would be an income that we can help with the animals, because since COVID we haven't been able to do our monthly auctions. We haven't, now being in the camper, there's just no space, there's no room, there's no way that I can run fundraisers from here, and so our donations are way down compared to what they normally are. We have a visitor. And also our VIP sponsors, we lost about half of them at the beginning of the year due to COVID cutbacks, you know, job losses, everything, life, you know, it just, things happen. So we could
just
really,
another way of trying to help.
Yeah, this is a huge way that you could help us right now. It's super quick. You literally will put all the links below and you just click subscribe. If you want to see our videos and you want to be notified of them, then you click the little bell that's on there. There's a little bell on there that you click, and that will tell you every time a new video comes out. If you like the video on YouTube, then the more likes we get, the more they realize people want to see us and our videos.
They'll put commercials in the middle of these videos.
They will, and that's how we get paid, is from all of that sponsorship. So we also can be contacted, as we've seen through other homesteads and other places, that we can have like people contact us directly who want us to test out their products. So we may get, you know, things for the animals that we desperately need for free. So
all for clicking like and subscribing.
Yeah, it's that easy, and we really hope that you hear our plea and share this video out with your friends, and just encourage everyone to hit subscribe, like it, share our videos. You know, give us a hand here, because we're doing this just the two of us. There's really no other, you know, we don't have major sponsors, we don't have, you know, companies that do, you know, too much for us. We have literally good people like you who send in feed or are a monthly sponsor, or just send in a one-off donation or support our fundraisers, and that is fantastic. If you can't donate, pray for us, please. They're appreciated just as much. So if you like this video, like it on YouTube, and don't forget to,
if you want to see more, subscribe.
Yeah. We'll see you on the next one.
See ya.
Oh boy. We have another stray who has been hanging around outside the camper and is now outside the cat cabin. It's really cold the last couple of nights, so just put some food out and a bed. He's getting very friendly now. You can't like pick him up or anything, but I can pet him. I give him his food and leave him alone. But he's here every morning and every night, crying and crying for his food. Hangs out with our cats. Gonna have to consider trapping him soon. I was just trying to gain his trust first before having to trap him and get him neutered and vaccinated and tested, which is always the way. But he's actually doing really good. It's nice to see that he's getting comfortable. He actually comes and hangs out outside the camper at night too. Just finished feeding everybody this morning. Horses are all eating their hay. Zoe's sunning herself. Zoe, what you doing? Catching some rays? Actually, she's more like catching flies. So that's just the update this morning. I think I've created a monster. What's the matter, buddy? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Yeah? Hi, buddy. Yeah. You went from being pretty darn untouchable and feral. You're still skinny. You're still skinny. We're trying to feed you up, but you're a skinny boy. Are you hungry? You ready for breakfast? He eats like a horse. Yes, I know. I know. You're a good boy. You disappeared again for 24 hours, didn't you? Made me think you weren't coming back again. You're just a wanderer. What's the matter? You need your food? Come on then. Goodness. Hungry boy. You keep disappearing. If you stay here, you get food round the clock. You know this. But when you disappear for 24 hours, I don't know where you've gone. It's good, huh?
He was trying to get your ears back. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna test the sound, see how it works, figure out where we're gonna look. That's so weird. All right, this is a normal voice for me.
Where would we be looking? Which direction?
I don't know.
Oh, actually, it looks like we're looking.
Yeah, I'm sort of looking at you. And you're looking at me, right?
I don't know.
Okay, let's see that.
Let's see.